Hello and welcome to this new video here on the channel. A year has passed and so it is time to look back at what Scale 500 models we got throughout 2022 and where we were niced. In the past I have made two such lists with 10 models mentioned, but given Herpa's exploding prices last year and also down to the fact that less models were released, I have decided to make this my top 5 list of the year. And as always, I am only considering models for this list that were released in 2022 and that I have actually reviewed myself here on the channel, so feel free to contribute with your top models of the year in the comments section below. In number 5 of the top 5 of 2022, we find the SkyUp Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the Shakhtar Donetsk livery. The 737 mold of Herpa is really great, and this combined with a very intricate livery that Herpa managed to pull off very nicely didn't just give us a nice looking model, but also the first Scale 500 model of a 737-700 with split scimitars. Number 4. The Scandinavian Airlines Boeing 737-700 had been delayed quite a bit, but it was worth the wait, as the new Scandinavian Airlines livery looks fantastic on the 737. With a lovely bit of detailing including the surprising but much appreciated addition of landing lights, Herpa's nice 737 mold in combination with the livery left us with a lovely little model. Number 3. The release of the Danish air transport MD-83 did come somewhat out of the blue, as the timing of this model certainly was a bit random. Too late for the actual farewell flight of the real aircraft, and also not at an anniversary of the aircraft's retirement, but despite that we got a really lovely executed MD-83 from Herpa. Some years back the same aircraft had been realized by a Sky 500, but Herpa's attempt definitely doesn't need to hide behind the competition. Number 2. I have often ranted about Herpa's atrocious cockpit shapes for the A321, and also the model of the Luftwaffe A321LR couldn't quite capture the look of a real A321, but the livery managed to cover up the worst offenses and the rest of the model was very nicely executed. So as far as A321s from Herpa Wings goes, this is definitely one for one's collection. Now before we reveal our pick for the best model of 2022, here are some honorable mentions. The Lufthansa Airbus A350-900 Lufthansa News sticker isn't a spectacular model, but to date the best Lufthansa A350 model we have gotten. No, I don't count the CleanTech Flyer model. In fact, the model was quite alright, to the point that I wouldn't have minded it having been a standard livery Lufthansa A350 instead. The Air France Boeing 777-300ER is a bit of a cheat, as the model actually was released in 2021 and I hadn't planned on getting it, but after several comments asking for a review I decided to get it in 2022 and was very pleasantly surprised. In short, this is a really good Scale 500 model, and had I bought it in 2021 it for sure would have made my top list of that year. The Saudia Boeing 7879 Year of Arabic Calligraphy 2021 livery is probably the best and most detailed model I bought that was released in 2022, but as it also was released as a Herpa Club model, I felt it would have been a bit of a cheat naming it as number 1 model of the year, but yeah, unofficially this is topping my list. And now, our pick for the best Scale 500 model of 2022. The Embraer ERJ 195E2 Czech line livery was probably the model that gave me the most pleasant surprise. Herpa only very reluctantly creates new molds, but once in a while they are kind of forced to when new aircraft types are introduced, but their track record is mixed at best. The Airbus A320neo mold has to this day problems, the MAX is still in large parts a disaster, and for the 777X Herpa refuses to make the most noticeable feature of the aircraft type, the foldable wingtips. But with the Embraer E2, Herpa has done a great job. The mold looks good, details like the somewhat special main landing gear has been implemented just right, and the very intricate livery of this particular aircraft has been printed perfectly. All in all, a model that doesn't just stand solid on its own feet, but also promises many great models of this type in the future. And now it's your turn. What do you think about this list, and what are your best models of 2022? Let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to leave a like and hit subscribe. With that, thanks so much for having watched, and see you in another video.